You're listening to the Woodend Barn podcast with me, Sam Tom. My guest today is mezzo-soprano Angela Tunstall, who's appearing with the Red Note Ensemble here at the Barn on Wednesday the 11th of May. First of all, thanks for joining me, Angela. How would you describe the programme that you're bringing to the Barn on Wednesday?
Well, it's modern contemporary music, but very different modern contemporary music. I mean, Carolyn Sparey's piece has got quotes from Chopin Nocturne in it, right. And her music's very melodic and romantic, I'd say. Beautiful, sort of melodic, romantic music. With a touch of minimalism to it. And the Sciarrino is really, it's almost like sound effects. In fact, you get to the end of singing it, and it's almost as though you've spoken something, you've not really sung at all. I should say, actually, for some reason I've been billed as a mezzo, but I'm actually a soprano.
Oh.
I seem to be singing all this.
That's a good thing.
I seem to be singing down to bottom F. So,
okay, so in that case, you're soprano, Angela. So in that case, look, it's very cultural, isn't it? I mean, this is a real experience that people are getting, because you're going Edinburgh, Glasgow, Stirling, and then back.
Yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity to hear. I mean, Carolyn Sparey lives in Scotland, and I think this is, she hasn't long been composing. I don't think she's been composing for a long time. She's a viola player. I mean, this is quite a big commission for her, so it's a chance to hear a composer who's working and living in Scotland, hear a new piece of theirs. And the Sciarrino, the two pieces by the Sciarrino, one of them's a setting of two madrigals by Gesualdo. Gesualdo was a prince. He's one of the only composers in history that murdered. He's quite a character.
One of the only ones that we know of that murdered.
One of the only ones that we know of. He murdered his lover and her lover. And he also is supposed to have murdered his second son because he doubted whether or not it was his son. So he's quite a character. So contemporary. His music is it's very, very chromatic.
Yes.
And it does sound, you can hear that he's a nutter.
What's it like to sing that? As a soprano, what's it like to really get behind that?
Well, I haven't sung a lot of Gesualdo, actually. This is the first time I've ever sung any. But it's fantastic stuff. It's very crunchy chords. I don't know how to describe it to people maybe who aren't familiar, but it's very passionate. Yeah. The words are very passionate, all about how, his lover's going to leave him and he's going to kill himself unless she declares her love. It's all very passionate stuff. And
have you performed further north in the Central Belt before? Are you familiar with rural Aberdeenshire?
I haven't performed up in so far north. No, I've only performed up in Edinburgh, Glasgow. Uh-huh. I'm really looking forward to it. It's quite exciting. The Woodend Barn. Yeah. It's the one I'm all excited about going. Is it actually a barn?
Yeah. Do you know what? It's an old farm, and it's been developed, and it's now this sort of cultural sort of venue. So there's a very nice restaurant there. We have a sort of a large performance space. But there's no cattle.
Oh, fantastic.
Before we get to the end of this podcast, there is one thing I wanted to talk to you about. When I spotted your profile, I was kind of a little bit bowled over. It says here that you collaborated at some part of your career with a guy called Karlheinz Stockhausen. Now, to some people, that won't mean a great deal, but he's an enormous character. He's absolutely huge in the world of musical composition. And you've worked with him. Yeah.
I mean, I more than worked. I worked with him for about 10 years, so it was pretty intense sort of thing. And he was huge. I mean, it's like he's like the Picasso of the music world.
Yeah. Didn't he do a composition with radios?
Yeah, he did a lot. I mean, he was an electronic composer. He started out as an electronic composer. The thing I think that people miss about his music often is that, I mean, so many people copied him badly. Some did it really well. But a lot of people think of his music as being incredibly difficult and intense. And I mean, some of it's difficult, but some of his great pieces are unbelievably romantic. The great pieces, there's an underlying enormous warmth and love and romanticism about his music, which separates it from more intellectual avant-garde.
Yeah. Well, look, I would like to talk more about Stockhausen at the moment, but of course, this is about the Red Note Ensemble, and you're bringing it to Woodend Barn Wednesday, the 11th of May. We all look forward to that, and good luck with your performance when you come here.
Thanks.